like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that notification bell, and also follow the socials as well because it will definitely help the channel.
And expect more and higher quality content over the summer because we're free of the shackles of school for the semester. And
more podcast
more
episodes.
edits and stuff.
You might
like
see
that,
more podcast episodes in the middle of the week instead of just Mondays. So definitely tune in for that. What is good, YouTube? This is your boy Aaron.
It's Brian.
And this is the Courtside View podcast, and this is episode 5.
Yeah.
All right. So yesterday, let's talk about yesterday, man. Because as we all know, beginning of the playoffs, I had Celtics. Now I believe I had them in 6. But it's going to 7, and I still have Celtics in 7. I didn't back off my pick like somebody, with a certain team. You know what I mean?
I said Warriors in 6 from the beginning, and look what happened.
Yeah, but somebody backed off of their pick, in the middle of the game. So I ain't gonna say nothing.
I was reverse jinxing it, but I ain't claiming it.
All right, well we'll get down that road in a later time. But right now, I want to talk about the Bucks and the Celtics game because I bet you were thinking like, oh yeah, I'm good. My pick is right.
No, I was not feeling. Once I saw Tatum make like 5 shots in a row, I said, "Yep, they're going to lose."
Oh really?
Yep.
But what about when the Bucks won in Boston, went up 3-2? How did you feel about that then?
I was lit, man. I was running. I was acting like I was a Bucks fan. That's what I felt.
You thought you had it in the bag. You're like, yeah, my pick gonna be right. Admit it. Yeah. I knew it.
I had a feeling the Celtics was gonna play out of their mind at Milwaukee though.
Here's my thing, cause listen, like I said,
especially since I've seen the officiating crew that ref the game, they were 14-0 when that one ref, I think his name is Eric Lewis or something like that. Yeah. When he refed, they was 14-0.
I think Scott
and like
Foster,
5 of those games was in the playoffs.
Scott Foster was supposed to ref that game, but he came down with an illness.
He said, man, forget all that. I'm showing up for that CP3.
Yeah, bro. Please, Scott Foster, please get well so you can ref that CP3 game. Because oh my God. Talking about a storyline.
About to put on a master class.
Because, Chris Paul hasn't won a game when Scott Foster is ref. So that would be interesting in itself. But anywho, we're talking about the Bucks and Celtics game. And I want to talk about, game 5 because that game was incredible. Like, it was insane just how it went down in the wire with Giannis hitting that clutch 3, Drew Holiday hitting the clutch 3, and then you had the just collapse by Marcus Smart. I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
He thought he was him. He's not him. You need to relinquish your Defensive Player of the Year trophy and give it to Mr. Drew Holiday right there. You understand me?
Well, listen, Marcus Smart in Game 5, it was atrocious. One of the biggest choke jobs I've seen in a minute. And he redeemed himself in Game 6 because he was hitting a lot of shots. He came through.
Man was like 3 for 3 from 3. I was like, oh, this is the fakest performance ever. More faker than that Dylan Brooks 30 ball yesterday. I was like, what in the world is going on?
Nah, I was like, yo, is he going to keep hitting these shots? Like, is this going to be a recurring theme the entire game? Because there's no way that Marcus Smart, he's not known as a reliable shooter or anything like that. Like, he's a streaky shooter, but him just continuously hitting 3s after 3s, I'm like, bro, there's no way he going to be hitting these in a full quarter. And lo and behold, he was hitting them shots. So, yeah.
And it was super fake, and he ain't doing it in Game 7.
Jason Tatum.
Oh, my goodness.
As
much as I want to hate, I literally can't.
Let me tell you something, because I'm in this group chat, and there's some Celtics fans, and bruh, every time Jason Tatum hit a shot in the clutch, they were just on hit. I'm not even going to say the word, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Boing, boing.
Yes, bro. Like, calm down. Like, oh, this is the greatest display of, like, pure hooperness I've ever seen. Like what?
Oh, goodness.
Like, come on. Have you not seen Game 6 Clay? Have you not seen Kobe Game 6? Like, what are we talking about here? The greatest display of, like, pure hooperness I've ever seen. Like, get out of here. Like, come on now. What does that even mean? Like,
they be watching too much of that. They be following that one account on Twitter, Ball Don't Stop. That's what they think. They part of real hoop. They part of Hezzy Tween Twitter.
Pure hooper vibes.
Yeah.
You got the
basketball. You can't talk ball with them kind of people.
You can. That's literally what
they
be
the same people that call Giannis run and dunk, and I don't respect it.
Yeah, but Giannis, you got to salute to Giannis because he showed up.
He was the only one that showed up.
Honestly.
Giannis had 44 points, and the rest of his team had 48.
Too. Yeah, like 20 rebounds. Oh, my God, like 6 assists.
Man was responsible for more than half of if we include assist and points, he was responsible for more than half the team's points.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why, hey, you know I'm not gonna be a troll because in my group chat I would be like, you know who they missing? They missing Batman. They missing Chris Middleton. But I'm not gonna be my troll stuff. I'm gonna be serious.
They do.
I'm gonna be objective because we all know who Batman is. It's Giannis, but just in a joking manner,
see, you trying to be funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to be funny. We all know who's really Batman.
Chris Middleton was playing. This series to be over in 5.
In 5? Whoo, that's a hot take. I probably give it 6. I say Boston gets 2.
Because Chris Middleton is a Celtics killer.
He is. Because I remember it's hilarious because this one Celtics fan that I know, he's like, every time Chris Middleton plays against the Celtics, he goes off. But when he plays against anybody else, he's average. And I'm like,
he a Suns killer too.
That's kind of right. I don't know what it is. Maybe because a lot of Celtics fans be hating on him and stuff. Because they really do be hating on him. And so he hears that stuff.
The Celtics do too much crying. The fans and they do too much crying. Yeah. That's why I don't want them to win. That's why I'm a Celtics hater from this point out. Good. Congratulations, media, and Emi Udoka. Yeah, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. But anyway, y'all kept crying and whine so much because Giannis plays physical. Man, play ball.
Bro, I can't stand Jason Tatum. Because every time this dude... He shoots a jumper, he falls down on the ground. I'm like, bro, every damn time. I've never seen
people don't realize. Jason Tatum be doing little slick stuff too. Like I seen there was one play, he got the foul call, but he literally wrapped up his arm on some CP3 stuff. And if y'all call Giannis like, what they be calling him, Derrick Henry? Shoot, Tatum be the one using the stiff arm like him. Every time he goes to stiff arm. Bro. Like y'all be every superstar has a football player move, and y'all only talk about it when it's Giannis, and I don't respect it.
He did it in Game 5, if you remember. I think it was the last minute. I think he hit. I think it may have been a mid-range shot, and I believe it was. I think Wesley Matthews may have been guarding him, and he put his elbow like that. I'm like, bro, come on, man, what you doing?
Always doing stuff like that. Every star player does stuff like that.
So yeah, Jason Tatum, every time you shoot a jumper, you don't need to fall to the ground, try to sell a foul. Like, come on now.
That's the Celtics. That's the Celtics motto. Flop.
But yeah, let's see, because I know I was certainly surprised because I thought the Bucks were going to come back in the fourth quarter. It looked that way, but then again, Jason Tatum happened. He just kept hitting threes.
All of a sudden, decided to turn into Kobe that night.
He literally turned Kobe because he was hitting remember that out of bounds play? It was maybe 2 seconds left.
Caught the ball fadeaway.
Oh my!
Cash.
Oh my!
And it's
God.
none of them shots hit the rim too, which was crazy. Just straight net. Just straight net. Every shot. Scoop. I'm like, bro. This is ridiculous.
He was looking like Carmelo in 2012.
And the crazy thing is, the Bucks still could have won if the other players showed up.
That's true. That's big facts, because Bobby Portis, he wasn't hitting none. Drew Holiday
was putting on a mask. Man was hitting threes and all type. Oh my goodness,
I got something to say about Budenholzer because I'm so frustrated. Why do you continuously play George Hill? What does he do on the floor? He's a bum. This is not 2019 versus the Toronto Raptors where you have Eric Bledsoe and George Hill is the better option. No, this is not. He's not that good anymore. Dude is honestly, he shouldn't even be in the league anymore. What does he do? He doesn't hit shots. He can't guard nobody. Jason Tatum.
He was literally out there getting cardio.
Bro, every time he would guard Jason Tatum, it was food. He was cooking him. Dude is straight cook, barbecue chicken style. Why is he in the game? Every time he was in the game, the Celtics would go on a run. Literally, when he's out the game and they put Wesley Matthews on him, Jason Tatum not going off as much. Now, this game, it was an anomaly. I'm not going to lie. It didn't matter who was guarding
Yeah.
Jason Tatum. But the reason why Jason Tatum started getting it going is because George Hill was guarding him.
They just got the switch on to George Hill, and it was food from there.
Bro, I'd rather play a big lineup than have like 3 guards trying to defend Jason Tatum. Like, I'd rather have Bobby Portis defending Jason Tatum than George Hill. Like, come on now. What we doing?
Yeah, I don't know why George Hill's getting minutes. That's a shocker to me.
Just like 20-plus minutes. Dude doesn't do anything but just sits there and gets cardio and I don't know, has experience. I don't know. It just makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's just pretty sad.
But yeah, do you still have the Bucks in 7?
Yes, I'm not folding. Bucks in 7. The Celtics' demise will be televised for what they've done to my Wizards in the past. Ain't no Kelly Olynyk. He ain't coming back to save y'all in this game 7.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stick with my pick, Celtics in 7. But here's the thing, like, I'm being objective. I think the Celtics are going to win, but I want the Bucks to win. Like, I don't like the Celtics.
Listen, the streets want the Bucks to win because they're a likable team.
I don't like the Celtics.
No one likes the Celtics. NBA, please. No one wants to see the Celtics in the Heat. Please. This is not the 13, the Miami LeBron years. We passed that.
Not the bubble.
We don't need to see that. This ain't the bubble. This ain't the Miami years when LeBron was on there running the this ain't that. Please give us Bucks in the Heat.
Well, I'm selfish because I'm a Laker fan. I don't like Celtics fans. They always talking shit about the Lakers and everything. Not want to see our demise and everything. I'm like, man, F y'all. Screw
Respect
y'all.
the Celtics because they won that one ring in 2008, and they've been bled ever since.
Yeah.
Bunch of front runners.
One. If you think about it, one ring since like what was it, 86? That's a long time, but that's more than a lot of teams, especially like the Wizards. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
We aren't a premier franchise in the league.
Okay, well,
and
yeah.
we haven't had even close to the amount of talent the Celtics had.
That's true.
In that amount of time.
That is true. But anywho, yeah, we'll have to see on that. We're definitely. I really want to live stream, so we might be live streaming coming tomorrow. So stay tuned on that. The video should be uploaded tomorrow, so definitely check that out as well. So yeah, let's deviate to a game. It was the night before, and that was the 76ers and the Miami Heat. And as we all know, the Miami Heat won the series in 6. And I actually made a video just analyzing some of the things, some of the mistakes that the Philadelphia 76ers have made, and it just showed that they quit on Doc Rivers. Like, it was so blatant. Like, if you watch the video, I just show you, like, just James Harden not boxing out on a rebound. James Harden just turning the ball over, like, just throwing inadvertent passes, like, lackadaisical passes. I'm like, James Harden, 11 points. Just
hold on, I'm gonna drink some water.
Let me, because I have a lot of things to say. And James Harden, 11 points, 2 shot attempts in the second half. Didn't play no type of defense. Didn't box out. Didn't rebound. Didn't hustle. Even when he turned the ball over, like remember when it was Bam Adebayo, he caught the ball and went for the dunk. James Harden could have chased him down, tried to commit a foul and prevent him from getting an easy dunk. He just jogging back, not even trying to go contest it. This is why the 76ers shouldn't give him a long-term deal. Honestly, I wouldn't even re-sign him. Seriously. So, what's your thoughts on that whole situation? Yeah.
You thought we forgot James?
Yeah.
I wish I could be 7 foot running just dunk, huh? That takes no skill. What did all your skill get you? A couple Western Conference Finals bounces, can't even get past the second round in the East. Like, what was your end game here? You thought you was gonna force your way from 2 different teams and it was gonna work out for you? You will never. And I repeat, look, I'm looking in this camera. I'm looking in this camera. I'll even look in, even though they can't see me. I'm looking in that camera. You will never win a ring in this league because the way you play is not honorable. You're flopping around. You're dishing out. You're quitting on teammates. You're forcing your way from organizations. We don't respect it. You know what I'm saying? So your days is numbered. You're getting washed up. You took 1 shot after the half in an elimination game even though your other star player, the star player, has injured and can't really do too much. He showed more fight than you ever have this entire series. And this is just shame. You got outplayed by a second-year player in the playoffs. You should be ashamed of yourself. You couldn't score, but shoot, at least you could have facilitated. You couldn't even do that. So what is you really on the court for, James? Huh? You sound like the YSL news got you messed up.
Oh,
that's what it was playing like you got indicted in them cases. You going to trial.
Ooh.
James, so you need to evaluate your life with basketball, man. Because I'm telling you, if it wasn't for them years you was hooping like that, you'd be in Guangdong.
Oh, you know what it is? I think I know what it is. I don't think it's the YSL. It's because he saw a picture of Ja Morant and Lil Baby. He was like, how could you cheat on me? And that was just on his mind the entire time in the game. He was like, wow, this guy I was rocking with, I went to Paris with, went to London with, like, they just went to France with, like, he's just going to cheat on me with Ja Morant like that? Like a young buck like him? That's why James Harden was like that. But to be serious.
I was serious.
No, I was just talking that right there. Being serious, there's a lot. James Harden was the only one to blame with this. And before I get to Doc Rivers, because there's a lot of things I want to say about Doc Rivers, Tobias Harris, you, my sir, are just as much to blame for James Harden. Because, like I said with the video I showed you guys, your defense was atrocious. You weren't hustling at all. Miscommunication with Tyrese Maxey. You, my sir, sold as well. And I hope the 76ers trade your ass. Because you don't deserve to be on the 76ers. The fan base should be booing your ass as well. Because what were you doing in there? You were doing nothing. You were literally just packing your bags, getting ready for the offseason because you were just like James Harden. You were like, man, I don't want to be here no more. Like Joel Embiid is literally fighting for his life. Fighting for his life. My man has a mask on. My man got a knee injury, got all this other stuff that he got to deal with, and you're not going to put your all. You're not going to put your effort. You're not going to put all the things that Joel Embiid needs. He needs help. My man needs help, and you just decided, you know what? I'm not even going to play no defense. I'm gonna look at Tyrese Maxey like I'm crazy, but you were supposed to switch on that play. That's why Tyrese Maxey was looking at you like, bro, why didn't you switch? No. You want to be all dumb and stuff. And then there was this one play I remember. It was with James Harden. And you were trying to point to James Harden that, hey, that's your man. But no, that's your man. James Harden has PJ Tucker. Why are you trying to put the onus on James Harden? That's you. That is your fault. And then let me get to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, after the game, was like, they chose Tobias Harris over you? I don't know why. Because Jimmy Butler was going straight at every pick and roll that you were guarding. When you were guarding that man, it was barbecue chicken. There was a reason why Jimmy Butler was scoring on you in every single play, because he was trying to prove a point. He was trying to prove a point that the 76ers made a mistake. I should be on the floor with Joel Embiid. I should be his teammate, not you. That's why after the game he said all those things. That's why he went out and, scored how many points in the game and went off this series. Because he's trying to show that you're a fraud. That I am him. And I should be playing for Philly. Because I have that Philly pride and you don't. And the same could be applied for James Harden, man.
James Harden, he was triple teamed. And instead of passing the ball to Tyrese Maxey at the top of the key, who was wide open, he continued to dribble and then turn the ball over. And then Tyrese Maxey being the good teammate he is, he showed hustle. He at least tried to go and get a stop. James Harden, you couldn't even do, why is the second-year player showing more heart than the vets?
I don't know. Tyrese Maxey, salute to you. You played hard.
Salute Tyrese and Joel Embiid, man. Even though Joel didn't have a great game, he at least showed effort.
Joel Embiid, he also, there was some plays that he could have put in some effort.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I give him the benefit of the doubt because he
was getting hit up in the face and all type of stuff. Man, out there risking his health and CTE to help this sorry team win something.
And then Doc Rivers, God bless. Listen, I'm not going to put the onus on you because your players
ain't
quit.
showing up.
They quit. That was a quit all around. But bro, make some adjustments. Like if you see that the drop coverage for Joel Embiid is not working and Jimmy Butler is just straight up just scoring on Tobias Harris left and right from the mid range, why not? I don't know, switch it up. Maybe double team Jimmy Butler. Maybe I don't know. Switch to a zone. Like stop playing the same coverage all the time. Go back to the zone that worked with you when y'all played in like game 3 and game 4. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I mean, we all seen this coming, but sheesh, that last game was rough.
Yeah.
And salute to Miami. Y'all, and salute to Jimmy Butler. We had you on a fraud watch in the beginning of the playoffs. You're beating the allegations thus far. If you keep it up and you take your team all the way, we'll have to remove you from the list because you have shown you can be the number one guy and win consistently if you make this finals appearance. I mean, you probably won't, but still.
I feel like he's off the fraud watch list.
Yeah, we'll take him off.
Yeah, he's off the fraud watch list, so I can't call him a fraud no more because he showed up. I think we just had revisionist history of what happened last year in the playoffs. But in 2020, he did his thing. In 2022, this year, he did his thing. When he was with Philly, I can't really recall. He was okay. He was all right.
He was pretty good.
He was all right. He was
if they would have got past the Raptors, they probably would have went all the way.
Yeah, they probably would have. So salute to Jimmy Butler. You're off the fraud watch list. But
James Harden, you're not.
Yeah, you're not. And
Doc Rivers, you're not.
Yeah, you're not. So salute to Miami Heat. I don't want them to go to finals because they're not the most beautiful display of basketball. I'll say that. It's not the most fun basketball to watch. So hopefully the Bucks go back to the finals because I would love to see Giannis go back maybe against the Warriors or the Suns. Who knows? But yeah. So yeah, next game, which now it's a game 7 that's going to come Sunday as well. That is the Suns and the Mavericks. So just talk about how you feel about just Luka going off in that game 6.
Well, honestly, this team has been a game of the home team winning and all of that. So honestly, I wasn't really surprised the Mavs won that game because the Suns just haven't been. I don't know. They just stink on the road. They just stink on the road. And like people say that they're a bunch of front runners. I mean, how can you dispute that? They all at home, everything is all, oh yeah, we hooping, blah blah blah. But when they face some adversity on the road, it's just like, oh, well, they know where to be found. And then don't let the amount of games played fool you. This series has not been good. This is not a good series. Like, all of the games that won have been won by, like, double digits. And if it wasn't double digits, it was a fake comeback at the end of the game to make it seem like they was actually being competitive. And it just hasn't been that fun. I do not enjoy watching those games. The Western Conference, for real, them games, it just hasn't been good. Even the Warriors in the Grizzlies games was just like, bruh, there's no way that these are, like, you look at the Warriors playing, it's just like, this is a team that won championships, and they're committing 20 turnovers. They're missing wide open shots. They're letting these young dudes come out there and beat them by 50 points at the half. I was just like, oh man, Western Conference hoops in the mud for now. Shoot, it's about to be the Eastern Conference supremacy. The West is on their last legs, man.
Yeah. So the Western Conference, yeah. So game 6, Luka did his thing again. The others showed up again. I don't know what the hell is going on with the series because each of the whole teams, they just are completely in control. Like it's like the other team goes on the road and don't know how to play basketball anymore, and it just makes no sense.
It's not fun to watch because we all know what happens here. The only way the Suns lose tomorrow is if Scott Foster shows up and puts on a master class like he usually does.
Yeah, it just, I don't get it. It's like, how could you let that happen? Like, okay, yeah, you're on the road, but you're still in the playoffs. You know, you're trying to win a series. Like, I don't know how you could just lay an egg like that on the road. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, Chris Paul, He's at home. He plays well. Chris Paul on the road. He looks like he doesn't even belong in the league. Devin Booker, he's at home. Dude look like he a top 10 player. Goes on the road. I'm like, is he really a star? Like, is he really all NBA?
Man, he scored. He was he had like 8 points in like the first quarter. I was like, okay, it's gonna be one of them games. And they did nothing for like a quarter and a half. I was like, oh brother.
You know what this series proves to me? That Luka Doncic is next up. What I mean by that,
he's another, like, he's a good big man away, and probably another consistent scorer that can create their own shot away.
Let me tell you something. Luka Doncic, him and Giannis, 2 best players in the next 7 years. They're going to be the 2 best players in the next 7 years. It's going to be between Giannis and Luka for the crown. Because what I'm seeing Luka doing right now, very LeBron-esque. You know what I mean? Carrying a team without another star player, a bunch of role players. Like, we thought Kristaps Porzingis was going to be that guy. Like, people compare him to Dirk Nowitzki. Nope. So they traded his ass away, got back role players like Spencer Dinwiddie, Davis Bertans. I can't even remember the other name that I don't even think they got. Did they get him?
I have no idea.
Exactly. So, exactly my point. He doesn't have another guy that you could look to and like, oh, yeah, he's a star player. Like Jalen Brunson, I like Jalen Brunson, but he is a quality, like a 6-man-ish, maybe bubble starter-ish, you know what I mean? He could score a little. He could do a lot of different things. But overall, you're not looking at Jalen Brunson and you're like, oh, yeah, I need you to give me 25, 30 a game. That's what he's dealing with. So just how you feel about Luka, man?
Luka, Luka good in my book, man. He's won me money on multiple occasions. He good in my book. I ain't got maybe defense, but that's about it. I mean, yeah, he likes to talk trash. Yeah, he may flop a little, but who doesn't flop in this league? So I don't really got no issues with him. Some people hate Luka, and it's just like, oh, okay.
How do you feel about the back and forth between Luka and like Devin Booker?
I love it. I love to see it. That's what I'm talking about. We need more of that in the league. Trash talk. We need it. I don't care if it's the dude who come off the bench. If you think you like stat, talk it and back it up. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. I enjoy the trash talk. People soft, man. They Devin Booker, he was nothing until Chris Paul. Dude, Devin Booker been talking trash since he got into the league. What his team being trash got to do with him thinking he's good at basketball? Yeah. Like, y'all, that's the type of that shows a character flaw in y'all, but that's where I'm gonna leave it at.
I agree.
People don't think because you ain't win nothing, you ain't supposed to talk. Shoot, most of the league wouldn't be able to say anything since they ain't win nothing.
Yeah, because you could tell in the press conference that Chris Paul and Devin Booker are getting tired of these media people. After Luka lost, whatever, it's like, pretty much sort of ceremony, like crowning him prematurely, and they just look so irritated about it. I'm like, listen, Luka is giving y'all business, and he's by himself, like, essentially. And y'all are letting this man cook you, and now it's a 7-game, and he could possibly beat you guys. So who looks crazy in that situation? Who looks dumb in that situation? Not Luka. Luka was right. He was like, yo, everybody want to be all tough now that they won and stuff. Hey, now where we at?
Their sons are. Let's see, all the front running teams is on the Western Conference. The Warriors, the Suns, a bunch of front runners. Steph Curry had me dying last night. Dude wasn't doing much of anything. Got in the fourth quarter when they had like a 3-point game, hit a 3 and hit some few more shots and started shimmying and stuff. I'm like, oh, this dude, man,
crazy.
Dude, I never really paid attention to it before. I've been like, Steph, he just, this dude is a front runner. One of the biggest front runner I've ever seen. I've been blind to it before because I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. Like, oh yeah, if you hooping, you could talk trash. But I'm like, this dude literally only does that when they're up or when he finally hits a shot after going like 2 for 12.
Nah, Steph, he's always been the biggest front runner. Yeah. Like I remember there was a photo of him and he was like, you remember the Randy Moss play where he pulled down the pants, whatever, to the Packers. Yeah. That's what Steph essentially did that to. It may have been the Cavs. It may have been the Cavs crowd, and nobody talked about it. But there was like a photo of it on Twitter that they showed, and it just shows you that just the difference between like some of these like star players and the treatment that Steph gets, and it's not always equal.
Yeah, because, man, Steph, that game last night, you showed up in the fourth, I'll give you that. But your team was already gaining momentum. You wasn't the catalyst for that.
Nah, that was
Andrew
Clay.
Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins was the reason why they was able to bust the game wide
That's
open.
true.
See, y'all got to put some respect. Andrew Wiggins, he may not be a all-star starter. He ain't no scrub, though.
Yeah.
And shout out Kevon Looney, man. He's grabbing 21 boards, man. Man.
Yeah, because usually he don't be doing much.
Yeah, I'm telling you, people don't understand that. Y'all got to watch the hoops.
And Dylan Brooks, in the beginning, he was hitting shots, but then
Dylan Brooks had the fakest 30-point game I've ever seen in my life.
But then at the end, he was just looking like Brick Ross out there.
It was like okay. They was just like, let him score, let him think he nice, let him think he nice. He'll do Dylan Brooks thing.
I was telling people, I was like, yo, because he was hitting shots in the first quarter. I'm like, ain't no way he gonna be hitting shots after the first quarter. And then I had to switch it out. I was like, I meant the second half. And then the second half came around. He was, bringing shots. I was like, yeah, that's Dylan. That's the Dylan Brooks I know.
The Grizzlies, they got a solid. They got to get rid of some people. I think you got to get rid of Kyle Anderson. You got to get rid of Dylan Brooks.
What? Dylan Brooks?
Yes, you got to.
You got to have that enforcer.
Get rid of Dylan Brooks. What he brings on the defensive end does not compare to what he does on that offensive end, which
Bradley
is pretty
Beal.
much nothing. I mean, shoot, do the Grizzlies really need a guard that can't defend for real?
That's a good point because you already got Ja Morant.
They got to find somebody like decent that can play like another wing play because Dylan Brooks ain't it.
Yeah, because really the Grizzlies without Ja is basically the grindhouse. They're basically the Grizzlies of 2015.
I tweeted. You can tell Dylan Brooks when he gets the new 2K, he immediately goes and puts his own stats on the 99 because that's what he plays like.
Bro, his jump shot is hilarious.
It's so weird. It's like he's pushing the ball. It's not like he's shooting it. It's actually funny. But yeah, the Grizzlies, y'all shouldn't be discouraged that y'all lost to the Warriors. The Warriors are a veteran team. They got vet leadership, and y'all almost took them to 7. So y'all honestly shouldn't be discouraged as a fan or a team. Y'all probably going to start running the West. It's going to be some battles in the West with the teams like the Mavs and the Grizzlies, up-and-coming teams like that. So y'all honestly should be pretty excited for the future because I think you can win with Ja.
I think the problem with Ja is, look, he's very Derrick Rose-ish. You know what I mean? Like,
he also threatened to shoot people on Twitter. I don't know what his issue is, but
yo, first of all, somebody need to take care of
take the phone away from this dude.
Yeah, something like that. But we'll talk about it. That's a different story for a different day. Ja Morant. The thing with Ja Morant is it's very reminiscent of Derrick Rose's situation because if we recall, Derrick Rose initially he had some problems with his knees, right? And this was back when he was winning the MVP. And so Derrick Rose just kept going to the rim, kept getting fouled, hard fouls and everything, contorting his body all ridiculously and everything like that. And then eventually ACL, eventually MCL. And the path that Ja Morant is going on to is very similar to Derrick Rose in the sense that Derrick Rose, he had a little bit of trouble with his knees. Initially it wasn't too serious, right? He may have missed like maybe 10 games, a la Ja Morant. And then all of a sudden, boom, playoffs happen, ACL. And so Ja Morant, he needs to fix that in the offseason. He needs to get a mid-range shot. He needs to stop falling to the ground and having his leg all bent and stuff awkwardly after you
I remember his rookie year, everyone was like, this dude needs to learn how to land or he gonna hurt himself.
Right. Like
it seems like he's worked on that, but still.
It's still he has knee problems, and that's why he couldn't play in the series. Because his knees all you 23 years old and your knees already messed up? That's a problem.
I mean, too, he did fly into Clay with his knee out and hit him. I don't know what the heck he was doing, but yeah, I don't know. I think he needs to get a mid-range pull-up or something. You can how sometimes you beat a guy with speed, but you still take the pull-up because the defender. He needs to get something like that. He shot well enough from beyond the arc in the play, but they was leaving him like wide open. So
like Allen Iverson. The one thing about Allen Iverson that you could say is that I don't recall Allen Iverson ever been injury prone. Like, he's been available for the most part of his career. Now, eventually, age, nutrition caught up to him, and so he didn't adapt his game to the times, a la James Harden. But Allen Iverson made sure to not, like, he had a mid-range game. He, even though he went up to the trees and all that other stuff, he still was able to protect himself, right? So I guess Ja Morant could take a page Allen Iverson, because Allen Iverson, he was a warrior. He played a lot of games instead of trying to be like Derrick Rose or early Russell Westbrook. You know what I mean? Because you're going to have a short shelf life if you continue to do that. And it will be weird if we have...
Yeah, that type of play style isn't very sustainable for guards. Giannis can get away with it because he has the frame and the length pause to do that. Like, he doesn't really have to jump as high as most people to do all that kind of stuff. And he's bulky, so he could take the bumps and bruises better.
It would just be weird to have the top two picks having problems with their knees, problems with their legs, whatever, at an early age, like with Ja and with Zion. So I don't want to see that. Especially since
it's a new age thing, because everyone's like, oh, the athletes these days, they so much more athletic. They all hurt.
That's because
they can jump out the gym, but they're hurt all the time.
That's because, bro, they don't have no discipline. They need to understand that. Okay,
they overcompensate for their athleticism.
Yeah, like you can.
We get it. You can jump 48 inches in the stop it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you need to be disciplined and learn to pick your punches. Like, learn to maybe I should go for a layup, instead of...
Yeah, that's why that's exactly what I think. That's exactly what Damian Lillard's teaching Anthony, because Anthony he could jump out the gym, but you see him, he's getting his buckets mid-range, from the three. He'll attack the basket, but he ain't trying to dunk on nobody.
Yeah, if you think about it, majority of these guards are very athletic.
Yeah, they just need to prioritize getting buckets different ways instead of trying to dunk on everybody and do all these jelly layups and contorting your body midair, because that stuff, you gonna get hurt messing around doing that.
Remember Isaiah Thomas, short Isaiah 5'9" Isaiah, bro, dude.
Man, it was averaging 29.
Dude could jump out the gym, but you know what he decided to do? He was like, nah, I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not gonna be like Nate Robinson and just try to be jumping up and everything. No, I'm going to be very skilled in what I do. Make sure that I go up for layups and not try to yam it in the rim, all the time. No. So yeah, Ja Morant, please take care of yourself, because I hate seeing great players, out with injuries in the playoffs, of all things. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So Suns Mavericks Game 7, how do you see it looking?
Scott Foster refs, give me the Mavs. But if he doesn't ref, give me the Suns.
Think it's gonna be a blowout?
Nah, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout.
Really?
Either way, it won't be a blowout.
I think it's gonna be a blowout because the Mavericks, I don't know what it is, but they just, every time they go into the Suns arena, they just don't know how to play. They don't know how to function. It might be the crowd. No blowout. It could be the crowd, but they just seem discombobulated. And so I got the Suns by at least 10. It's going to be double digits in my opinion.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be real close.
Okay, because Luka, you could look at Luka in these Game 7s. His teams, they haven't really shown up, especially last year with the Clippers. I'm just saying.
True.
I'm just saying. But, okay, so let's see. So we talked about the Celtics, talked about the Sixers, talked about the Suns.
I got one more thing to add. Whoever comes out of the East, whether it be the Celtics, the Bucks, or the Heat, they're beating whoever comes out of the West. I don't care if it's the Mavs. I don't care if the Warriors or they're beating them.
Really?
Yes. I don't believe in none of them Western Conference teams to beat anybody in the East.
I think the Suns, they have a legit, especially if it's the Celtics or the Heat. I think the Suns can beat them. The
Celtics and Heat packing them up.
Stop it. No.
Do you see what Luka by himself is doing to them?
That's Luka. You think Jimmy Butler not doing that? Jimmy Butler's not going to do that.
He doesn't have to because they got Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, and Bam Adebayo.
And you gotta look at, and you gotta also look at matchups. It's also a matchup thing. Heat match up differently from the Mavericks. I'm just saying, Luka is. It's like LeBron. It's like LeBron. If you recall with LeBron with the Cavs, right? You see, LeBron, he took the Celtics to 7, right? But he lost. And then the Celtics played the Lakers, but the Lakers, they didn't take them to 7. They lost in 6, and they got like 30 balled in the finals. Like, it's all about matchups at the end of the day. And Luka is just that special.
Man, they just have. I just say that because the Eastern Conference, their teams are better top to bottom, and they commit less mistakes.
That's true, but I think that the Suns, they
if the Warriors make it, they getting waxed.
Yeah, the Warriors, you got a point because they don't have no size. They don't have no size, and I like Clay, but he not. Let
Steph shoot 5 for 18 again. See what happens.
And then Steph, he's not what he once was.
Yeah, I'm not a believer in them Western Conference teams personally.
Yeah,
just the Mavs. The problem is I don't see the role players stepping up like that. The Suns. The Suns is too iffy.
Really? I feel like they have.
Sometimes they look like champs. Sometimes they look like, how did you get out the second round?
I think they have the best overall team.
Yeah, but they don't play like it.
Listen, Luka is a fantastic talent. I feel like Luka, and then Jason Kidd's coaching as well. So we can't take anything away from that. So that might be a good reason why they're in a 7-game series. So we can't underrate what the Mavericks are doing.
Oh no, I know, but I'm just saying from like what I'm seeing from the like when I watch them Eastern Conference games, I'm like, man, these teams, they just play better. They just play better than the Western Conference teams. I'm seeing less mistakes, less dumb turnovers. I'm seeing better team ball.
Unless it's the 76ers.
Yeah, okay. I'm talking about what the last 3 teams left.
You're saying less mistakes. Have you not seen Boston in Game 5? Exactly. Yeah. Especially with Marcus Smart.
What's worse? The Celtics mistakes Game 5 or the Warriors and Grizzlies the entire series?
Okay, I give you that. Okay, you're right.
It's less front running on the East too.
Okay.
By the way.
Okay. Yeah. But all I say is that I just think that the Suns are just if they play in the Bucks, then yeah, I'm going with the Bucks. But any other team, I'm probably gonna go with the Suns because I just think that just overall their experience, they have the better overall squad. They just have a lot of matchups in their favor. I'm a believer in Devin Booker, even if Jimmy Butler is guarding him. I'm not a believer in Tyler Hero. I'm not a believer in Bam Adebayo in a finals series, especially when you have DeAndre Ayton.
They took that Lakers team to 6. They can beat the Suns.
And then you have Mikal Bridges, and you got Jay Crowder. They have a lot of different matchups that can go in their favor from a defensive perspective to an offensive perspective. And they don't even have Kyle Lowry.
They play better without Kyle Lowry.
Well, that's debatable. Especially healthy. I give you healthy Kyle Lowry. That definitely helps the team. But Kyle Lowry in the playoffs, who's been hampered with a hamstring injury, yeah, they rather play without him.
Man, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all better hope and pray the Celtics beat the Bucks. Because if the Bucks come back and they get Chris Middleton, repeat.
You wanna there's been a little bit of things going on with Kyrie. I mean, number one being shouted out by Kendrick Lamar on I forgot what song it was. But
it was on Savior, I think.
Savior, Kendrick Lamar preting much saying, what was the line? Because I remember he was talking about
something about he said he caught COVID and he was
had to question Kyrie after he caught COVID and stuff. So that whole thing, and then his whole Twitch stream where he pretty much called out. I don't know if it was Celtic fans or it may have been Celtic fans.
It was just people in general
just hate. He was like, man, pretty much he tried to mimic people, like how he sounds to them, and called them cockroaches and all that stuff. Man, it's just hilarious. That Twitch stream was just so entertaining, by the way. But just, I don't know. How do you feel about just everything that's going on with Kyrie right now? With just, it feels like there's been an attack on his name. Like the past few weeks, people have just been character assassinating him. You have Kendrick Lamar. You have Stephen A. Then you have him going on Twitch and just talking about the haters. Like, how do you feel? Do you feel like it's fair?
No. I mean, I don't have no personal issues with
also,
Kyrie.
Sean Marks talking about Kyrie as well. He said that we want players.
Shout out Sean Marks. He came and hopped on the class Zoom the other day. Shout out Ish Smith. He was a guest too. They real cool people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. What is?
How do you think it's fair that like people are just taking shots at Kyrie, even the GM as well?
I mean, the thing with Kyrie is he's a controversial person. I don't think what he's saying is like warrants all of this negative attention, to be honest with you. Like, he's just speaking his mind. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, well, not talking about just deviating from like the Twitch stream, like just everything else that's transpired, like with the vaccine, with him not showing up to work and all the other stuff, and people criticizing him over that.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, if you want to win as bad as you want to, I mean, sometimes you gotta make them sacrifices, and it is what it is, right? And then you can't come and be like, I'm gonna miss games because I don't want to take this shot or whatever, and then come out later when y'all start losing games, you be like, oh, we ain't have no time to jail. I'm like, I wonder why. So, like, if you're going to keep it funky, keep it all the way funky. Don't try to do things to detriment your team and then be all like, dang, I wonder why this happened.
And then call yourself a martyr.
Yeah, he was wild right there.
Call yourself
$1 million athlete still getting media attention. Yeah, I'm a martyr. Okay.
I was talking to Celtics fan Brian, and he was like, I was like, man, I wonder how Kyrie feels about Kendrick Lamar calling him out like that. He was like,
he really didn't call him out because it was like a ode to like the Heart Part 5.
Yeah.
And he was pretty much trying to say, like, since when he was talking about the culture on the Heart Part 5, so he was trying to pretty much say like, oh, I'm questioning the figures of the people who promote this kind of stuff. But that's pretty much what he was. He was just pretty much doing like how people would question God for why stuff happened. He applied that same analogy to people like Kyrie and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't feel like he was like taking.
I don't think it was a shot.
He wasn't even taking a shot at him, but it was just hilarious. And he was like, "Well, that's the life of a martyr." He told me that's the life of a martyr. I was just like, "Yeah, you might be
Kyrie a funny
right."
guy. He's a funny guy.
All right, so let's deviate away from NBA because the NFL came out with some schedules. You know, I'm not particularly well known into like all of the scheduling, but you pretty much have a good idea. So talk about like some of the matchups, some of the key matchups that are going to happen this year, and then I guess I could just
NFL. Y'all did us dirty. Y'all got us playing the Buccaneers and then the Bengals the first 2 weeks of the season. Who thought that was a good? Are y'all trying to make me lose hope that early in the year? But let me tell you something. Listen, you can clip it. I don't care. Post it all over the platform. The Cowboys will beat the Buccaneers week 1.
Stop it.
The Cowboys will beat the Buccaneers week 1.
No.
We owe Tom Brady.
No,
we owe Tom Brady.
Bro.
Because we should have beat them last year, but it was some fluke, some funny business going on.
No.
I'm telling you.
Stop it.
I'm telling you.
Y'all don't
And the
nothing.
Cowboys is winning at least. If the Cowboys don't win 10 games, I will be in depression. But the Cowboys better at least win 10 games.
Are you good? Are you sober?
What you mean? Did you see the schedule?
It don't matter. It does not matter. First of all, the whole NFC East got like the easiest schedule out of everybody because the NFC East is trash. The reason Cowboys is trash. Let's keep it 100.
No.
The only
Please
team
stop
that's
lying.
solid, that looks solid, is the Eagles. But
the Eagles that man. All right,
the
bro.
only reason people have trepidations about the Eagles is because of one man alone, and that's a guy by the name of Jalen Hurts. And we know a lot of Jalen's. And
let me ask you something. When we smoked the Eagles the last year, did the Eagles get 30 points better in the offseason?
You know what? They might.
Oh, my goodness. A.J. Brown does not move the needle that much with Jalen Hurts as the QB. They did not get 30 points better.
Did we not applaud the draft?
Yes, we did. They didn't get 30 points better, though.
Yeah, bro, you acting like the Cowboys got they can keep up that level of play.
Why not?
They got worse.
Barely. On offense, barely.
Who they get? They got that guy that you don't like. You don't want. Was it Tyler Smith?
Shoot, he all pro first year. What you talking about? I don't know.
What are we doing here? And then
Tyler Smith gonna show y'all something.
Then you finally got a receiver, but it was in the third round.
Jalen Tolbert is like that. He's a second round talent.
Oh
He fell to the third because the league sucks at drafting.
You sound just like Skip Bayless. Oh my God, Jalen Tolbert gonna show you guys.
Jalen Tolbert is like that.
He's gonna show you guys. He's gonna be better than
that man.
All these
that man
receivers.
is league ready. He has all the intangibles you need and all the skill sets. I'm telling you, if the Cowboys don't win 10 games, I will be thoroughly shocked, and I will literally go to Dallas and push Mike McCarthy and the coaching staff out the door. I'm pushing everybody out except for Dan Quinn.
Man.
The defense, I think the defense is going to be the better side of the ball yet again, and then the offense is going to be trash because Kellen Moore can't scheme or offense.
So one thing I didn't.
And you know what?
What?
You know what? This may sound crazy to you.
Boy.
I'm more afraid of the Commanders than the Eagles.
Stop it.
Let me tell you why. Because the Commanders, I think they won 7 games last year with Taylor Heineke. And we're not going to sit up here and lie and say that Carson Wentz ain't that much better than Heineke. Be for real. Be for real.
Heineke?
Be for real.
The same, bro. I went to a Washington football game, right? And it was against the Chiefs. And the Chiefs were playing awful. Absolutely awful. And Heineke, he could not move the needle. He was terrible. He couldn't throw to save his life.
You're helping my point here.
How?
I said Carson Wentz, we not going to act like Carson Wentz isn't a much better upgrade than Heineke.
At least he won like 10 games. At least he was over 500.
Am I misspeaking? I'm saying that Carson Wentz is a significant upgrade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I might have to review the footage. Maybe I was speaking wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why they won 7 games with the Heineken boy, and Carson Wentz is a way better quarterback than him.
But wait. I thought you weren't scared of Carson Wentz.
I'm not.
Then how the hell?
I just fear him more than Jalen Hurts.
How?
Because at least Carson Wentz can at least throw the football accurate sometimes.
Jalen Hurts, I mean, listen, Jalen Hurts this is his 3rd year, so let's be fair. That was his 2nd year, and that was his 1st year start, like a full 16, 17 game starter. So he was inexperienced, and he still won 9 games. You should give him applause.
That is true.
So this year he got AJ Brown, he got Smith, he got Dallas Goedert, he got a little bit of running backs with him. I don't know about the offensive line, but the Eagles, they going places, and you need to put some respect on Jalen Hurts' name.
He got to show me.
Okay.
He got to show me.
Okay.
I will gladly give him props. He just needs to show me.
Okay.
I ain't no hater. What I need to hate him for?
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, you gotta put some respect on his name, because
man, let me tell you
you thinking it's sweet out here with the Eagles.
I ain't say it was. I think we'll split the games we play. The Commanders, it don't really matter because we played them like the last game of the season. So hopefully, ain't nothing at stake at the time.
Well, look, because I am a Packers fan, and all my Packers fans know.
We smoking the Packers next year, week 10 too.
It's
gonna be in November. Atlanta, it ain't gonna be that cold. And the last time we went to Lambeau, what happened?
That is such cap.
What happened the last time Dak went to Lambeau?
The last time
we smoked y'all.
The last time he went to Lambeau,
we smoked y'all.
We were in high school, and that was like
we
2016.
Smoked y'all.
You know how
and y'all got worse.
And
y'all got worse.
And then what happened in the playoffs?
See, we ain't gonna talk about that. I was bringing up old stuff.
What happened in the playoffs? You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even watched that game. For real.
Yeah. So look, we all know.
We smoking the Packers next year.
We all know what's gonna happen.
We smoking the Packers. Week 10. We smoking them.
They're not beating us. They're not.
Aaron Rodgers, Pat going up. We owe him.
Nah, no, you don't.
We owe him for the last 3 times.
You owe us a loss. That's what you owe us. Yes,
y'all
you
not
do.
like that this year.
Yes, because the last time you came up there, you won, but this time it's gonna be different because you're gonna owe us a L.
Nah, y'all not like that.
Listen, we all know. Listen,
I don't believe in Christian Watkins to move the needle that much.
See, as a Packers fan, when you're used to winning,
if that run game ain't hitting, y'all losing.
Unfortunately, when you're a Packers fan and you're used to winning, this scheduling stuff does not matter to me. That's why I didn't really pay attention that much, because all we care about is winning the fucking Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl,
which I haven't been doing, by the way.
Exactly. So why the hell? I already know we're going to win a lot of games. So why the hell should it matter who we're playing? I don't care who we play, because we're going to win, okay? The only thing that matters is winning in the playoffs, because we lost to the 49ers that nobody thought was going to go all the way to the championship game. We knew they were going to beat the Cowboys. Everybody in the right man thought they were going to beat the Cowboys.
Whatever.
But beating the Packers, going to the championship game, nobody thought that. Nobody thought Jimmy G was going to do that. Well, of course you, because you're a hater. But anywho, nobody thought they were going to choke. But yeah.
That's your man, though. That's your MVP, though.
Yeah.
That's the guy. That's the Superman. That man's a fraud. That man had that one Super Bowl win and ain't sniff it since. He doesn't move the needle for me.
How do you,
And he's a very talented quarterback.
Yeah, he really is, top
He's
3.
a front runner.
He is a front runner. I give you that, and I can't defend him. I can't defend him. Y'all say he's a choke artist. He doesn't win big games. I can't defend him. There's nothing to defend about a guy that he was supposed to win that game. Even though your offensive line was banged up, even though you only had one reliable receiver, even though, the coach was making some calls where you could say were a bit questionable, you still have to win that game, because you're a top 3 quarterback. You're arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So, got to do that, especially if you're trying to be in the GOAT conversation. So, yeah.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how you reminded me of this, but you did. Something you said. Let me tell you something, right? I'm looking in this camera here. I'm looking in this camera. Jamar Chase in week 2 is not getting more than 50 yards on Trayvon Diggs.
He's going to cook
Clip
him.
it.
He's
clip it.
He's
clip
cooking
it.
him. He's cooking him.
Man, ask Mike Evans about Trayvon. Ask Justin Jefferson about Trayvon. And ask who's another receiver you done put Terry McLaurin about Trayvon. That man Trayvon literally does not get cooked by number 1 guys. He always gets cooked by dudes like Brandon Ayuk and stuff.
1 year wonder. 1 year wonder.
This man is he's going into year 3 coming off of all. You don't think he's going to get better?
That's how Cowboy corners are. They'll have that one good year. Jerry Jones will pay them. Then all of a sudden they just some trash. Like Orlando
Diggs been in the lab going against Stephon Diggs. You think
Orlando
he gonna get better?
Scandrick, Brandon Carr,
He's better than all of them.
Them dudes had like one really good year.
Are you really comparing an all-pro cornerback to Brandon Carr and Orlando Scandrick? Is that what we doing now?
Hell yeah, that's what we're doing.
Is that what we're doing?
Hell
wow.
yeah.
This is next level hate right here.
They always had that one good year, and then boom, next year
Trayvon Diggs gonna show y'all again, bro.
Okay.
Y'all keep playing with that man name like he a bum or something.
All he does is
all y'all do is look at the stats. Y'all don't even watch film. Y'all don't watch no games or nothing.
All he does is hunt for picks. That's all he does. Because when it comes to man-to-man coverage, barbecue chicken.
No, ask Terry McLaurin, ask Justin Jefferson, ask Mike Evans.
With what quarterback? What quarterback?
It doesn't matter. As a receiver, you get open, right? You get open, you get the ball.
It doesn't matter if you get open and your quarterback overthrows it.
He was on that man white on rice. What are you talking about?
Matter of fact.
Okay, what's Mike Evans' excuse? He had one catch for 10 yards, and he has the GOAT as the QB. What's his excuse?
Too many options.
Oh, yeah, whatever, man.
Taylor Heineke can't even throw.
Justin Jefferson, what happened?
Justin Jefferson is Kirk Cousins. What do you expect? You already know. You already know my history with Kirk Cousins.
This is ridiculous.
You already know Kirk Cousins is a fraud.
Man, if that was Jalen Ramsey, y'all would be like, yeah, man, he know, yeah. But just because he has a star on his helmet, y'all immediately go into hater mode.
Nah, Jalen Ramsey has a track record. He's done it for many years.
Second year, Jalen Ramsey literally gave up nearly as much yards as Trayvon Diggs did.
Second year,
and it was nothing.
And he played for the Jaguars. Played for the Jags. Of course he's not going to look as good.
Didn't they go to the AFC Championship that year? He got
drafted in 2014.
He got drafted 2016.
2016?
The same year Zeke got drafted.
Oh, yeah, he did get drafted at that. Okay. It was the second. Was it the second year?
It was his second year.
No, Ramsey was like that his second year.
He gave up like 800 yards, though. He did. You can look it up. You can look. I promise you. You can look it up. I promise you can look it up.
Jalen Ramsey getting cooked like that. There's no way. There's no way.
That's because y'all don't watch football. Y'all think because someone gave up yards, they was getting cooked.
Watching the Jags?
Yes, I was watching the Jags.
You bringing up numbers.
I'm providing the same logic y'all be doing. He gave up yards, so we trash, though.
You bringing up numbers. You can look at that online. So you capping. There's no way you watching the Jags. There was no way. You just bringing up numbers because
I'm literally doing the same thing y'all be doing. Y'all don't be watching the game, so I'm gonna bring up numbers that don't have no context.
Okay, making my point. You didn't watch the game. You just brought up. You just saw a number.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing these dudes that be talking about Trayvon be doing.
You saw a graphic. You probably saw a graphic that wasn't right, and all of a sudden
it literally was right. It's literally made by the same people that they used to bring up the Trayvon Diggs yardage argument.
All right. Well,
I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy.
A different.
We all know Jalen Ramsey is nice. Jalen Ramsey was getting cooked in the Super Bowl.
Okay, yeah, we know that. Yeah,
but y'all gonna still say he the best in the league?
Cause it's an anomaly, man. That's just an anomaly. That's one time.
Man was getting toasted nearly the whole playoffs.
That was an anomaly, man.
But but you see, this is why I don't care what y'all got to say about Trayvon Diggs. Because he got the stamp from Dion. He got the stamp from Jalen Ramsey. He got the stamp from Charles Woodson. He got the stamp from all the people that actually mattered. Y'all dudes that be on Twitter all day, I don't care what none of y'all got to say. Trayvon stamped with the elites. That's all that matter.
All right, well, whatever.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, and
We're not talking about Trayvon Diggs right now. We're talking about the scheduling. And one game that I'm very excited for is the Bills and the Rams. That's going to be a very exciting game because two Super Bowl caliber teams.
Bills will win.
Bills will win at Rams? Stop. No.
You act like the Rams have home field or something.
But they're comfortable at home.
Anywho, Bills.
I got the Rams in that one.
Bills running the table this year.
Man, whatever. And then how you feel, man? Whew. I know the Saints got Jarvis Landry. I mean, he's sort of out of his prime, whatever. But
he'll be good.
Yeah, that's still
especially since he's back in NOLA.
But I'm looking at some games right here. This is week 1. Week 1. You know, one thing I just don't like, and it's the Cowboys on Thanksgiving playing these bum teams. Like y'all,
man, the Raiders ruined our last thing. They had to give us a freebie.
Y'all playing the Giants, man.
And if we don't beat them this season, this season is a wash.
Like that's just one of those things I just can't stand. The Detroit Lions and the Cowboys always on Thanksgiving. Now I'm not gonna lie, seeing the Cowboys lose on Thanksgiving is really well because y'all lose more than you win some. But giving these guys just an easy W, like what we doing? Daniel Jones, like come on now, like I just had to say that because that just pisses me off. But
hater.
Chargers and Chiefs, that's gonna be week 2. That's gonna be really good. Get to see the Chiefs without Tyreek Hill, and the Chargers they sort of upgraded on defense.
Sky Moore will step up. He's ready.
And then you have Dolphins and Ravens. Two teams.
I'm gonna be watching that Jets and Bengals game very closely.
Jets and Bengals.
Because I want to see how Sauce does against Jamar.
I also want to. That's a good one because I'm probably gonna tune in too because all the hype with Zach Wilson and everything. Yeah. Jalen, the Cardinals fan. Yeah. You hyping up Zach Wilson, thinking that he's gonna be like that, but
the Cardinals, your time has come.
Yeah. They no DeAndre Hopkins.
No Hopkins. Man was scared to take a vaccine, but was injecting other type of drugs in his body.
I think the Cardinals. The Cardinals are playing the Raiders. I believe week 3. Yeah, week 3.
The Raiders gonna be alright this year.
Or I think it's either week 3 or it's Thursday night because it's on the 18th. Actually, no. It's week 3. Week 3. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah, I think the Raiders will be pretty decent.
And then you have the one thing I don't understand is
AFC West gonna be a war.
The Steelers have 5 primetime games, and I'm just like, bruh. I get it. It's the NFC, AFC North and stuff, so it's gonna be very competitive. But come on now, come on. The Steelers, Big Ben is not there no more, and even when Big Ben was there, he was an eyesore. It was horrible to watch. And now you have Kenny Pickett and Trubisky as your quarterback. Come on now. I like George Pickens, but this is year 1. No Juju. The defense is. What?
Didn't Juju go to the Chiefs or something?
Yeah. I said no. Yeah, that's why I said no Juju. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my whole thing is I don't want to see the Steelers anymore.
Yeah, no, the Steelers. Yeah, y'all in rebuild mode.
Ravens. I like the Ravens, but
Who they got at receiver? Who they got out there running routes?
Rashad Bateman, like they're gonna have 3 tight end sets. Like it's gonna be 12. It's gonna be 12 men, on the football field. Like it's just gonna be like old school ground and pound football. Like that's just gonna be boring.
You think they doing this on purpose to pay Lamar less money?
I don't think so.
Because there's no way you look at the team you got in a superstar QB and be like, I'm not going to give him no weapons.
I think what it is that they're trying to play to his strength more than anything. Because Lamar, he's not a prototypical thrower of the football. Like, he could throw the football. But in terms of, like, getting, dropping back and, like, throwing 40, 50 times, that's just not
No
his
one
strong
should be
suit.
playing like that for real.
Yeah, I agree. But he's not like Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, Tom Brady when it comes to throwing football.
And that's why I love what the Cowboys did in the draft.
Why?
Because Dak shouldn't be having to throw 40 times a game just to compete. We need to get that run game going.
Well, Tyler Smith, hopefully
Tyler Smith definitely is going to help the run game because Connor Williams was soft.
Well, hopefully he doesn't get all them penalties.
Nah, he's going to be playing guard, so it's not really he don't really got to do too much move. He'll be in a phone booth, and which is a lot of power involved. So he has plenty of power, so he should be all right.
So yeah,
I believe.
I think week 5, Chiefs play the Buccaneers. That's always going to be an entertaining game. Rams versus 49ers. We'll see who's gonna be starting because I heard that the QB that they selected, whatever,
Trey Lance.
Yeah, they not real high on him. They not.
I don't know how credible that is though.
I mean, I've been just hearing so many reports that the team is not very high on him. That's why you see Jimmy Garoppolo. They haven't really moved him yet because they might be sitting there like, maybe we should give him more time to develop. Them not getting Tom Brady was one of the biggest mishaps you could ever have in the organization because they should have got Tom Brady because he wanted to be with the 49ers and they probably would have won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So
definitely.
That was definitely a mistake on that one. But
L management.
But yeah. I don't know any other games there are that I could think of.
Pretty sure there's plenty of good games.
Yeah, obviously with the AFC North, AFC East with the Dolphins and the Patriots. Gonna really see what Tua is all about. Tua, this is your final year.
That clip on Twitter, dog?
Yeah.
Why would they post that? The ball went like 25 yards, and it took like 6 seconds to get there.
Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad.
Man, Tyreek Hill had to stop and catch it like it was a punt.
I'm a Tua guy, and even I'll agree. Like that was really bad. So don't post no more videos of that, please. I just hope that Tua gets it together and he has a breakout year because this is his last year. Like if he doesn't get it together, he's gonna be a backup, maybe a third string for the rest of his days.
By week 8, there's going to be a hashtag going on saying Brian Flores was right.
Exactly, and just look at Baker Mayfield for crying out loud. Dude can't even get on the field. They can't even trade the dude, and he was a starter last year. So
Baker Mayfield would be a much bigger upgrade than Tua.
Man, you probably right about that. You probably right. So Tua, you got to show up, man. Prove these haters wrong.
I don't know why they didn't give him the Alabama tax.
I don't know. That's
You got to evaluate them QBs a little different.
But yeah, Deshaun Watson. What do you think is going to happen with Deshaun Watson?
He's going to play.
Oh, you do? You don't think he's going to get suspended?
I don't think they would have gave him 300 M's guaranteed if he was going to miss games. But the league could be like, you know what? Forget your money. We're going to suspend
you. You think Deshaun Watson going to come and play and play like he did back in the Texans?
No.
Like you think it's going to be a disaster?
Not that he'll be pretty pedestrian.
Really?
Yeah, he'll have a good season for a quarterback, but
he's going to be real rusty.
I think he'll probably be like an average, probably like a 30 touchdown, 10 interception season, 4,000 something yards. Yeah, pretty standard, but they won't win anything.
What if we get like 10 rushing touchdowns?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. That means he Pro Bowl level. Yeah. That's Pro Bowl. So, I think Deshaun, it's gonna be real interesting to see how everything transpires.
Should be pretty healthy.
I think he'll be good. I think he'll be the
He'll
same
be
as he
Deshaun
always-
Watson,
Yeah,
but
because he got.
I don't
all
see
those
the Browns
pieces.
going far
I
at
do.
all.
I do. You kidding me?
Yeah,
Kevin
they do.
Stefanski, that running game, offensive line. You got Mari Cooper. You have solid
The thing
tight
I don't know
ends,
about Amari Cooper.
and then you got that defense.
He's low key a quitter.
Yeah, he is kind of a quitter, but hey, maybe it's because he was on the Cowboys.
See ya.
Okay, well now he has a real QB.
Don't disrespect my. Don't
A
disrespect
real
him.
QB who knows how to throw the football pretty well, and that's
You don't
all
throw
pro
for, you don't
level.
throw for 30-something touchdowns without being accurate.
who's not a fraud. So yeah,
My quarterback's not a fraud.
stop it. You know damn well they shouldn't have paid Dak all that money, and you agree with that.
Hey, listen, I'm not going to fault nobody for taking the money that they're owed. Them idiots should have paid them the year before. They could have got them for 30-something mil. But they wanted to be stupid and waited until the market got to where they had to give them 40-plus M's. So forget them. I don't care about they ain't my pockets. Shoot. Get
right.
your money. I don't care.
All right, get your money up. But yeah.
They waited way too long. And if they thought Dak wasn't like that, they should have got a new quarterback.
Okay, well, any final words? You have any final words you want to say?
Yes, Bucks in 7, and if Scott Foster plays, Mavs in 7.
Mavs in 7. All I'm C's, Celtics in 7. Although I want the Bucks to win. Suns in 7, and stay tuned because we might have a live stream tomorrow on Sunday. So yeah, definitely stay tuned on that.